You are listening to 88.7 FM, KSPC Claremont. It is now time for the Video Game Music Show. That's right, this is the Video Game Music Show here on KSPC. For the next 2 hours, I'll be playing your favorite video game music, all the way from the early days of the Nintendo Entertainment System, all the way up to the modern systems such as the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series. Anything from the handheld systems, including the original Nintendo Game Boy, all the way up to the Nintendo 3DS and the PlayStation Vita. Anything from the arcades, anything that's related to video game music, including chiptunes, DJ remixes, and video game cover bands. This is a live show, so if you got a request, the number is 909-626-KSPC. If you want to email me, my email address is thevideogamemusicshow@gmail.com. It's all one word. You can look me up on Facebook. Just do a search for The Video Game Music Show. There's a link there to join the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. And, and there's links to all this. If you just go to kspc.org, click on the show name, and there'll be links there to the Discord and my email and Instagram, which is at DJ SysOp. I have someone already calling on the KSPC hotline. I'll get to you in a minute, but we have a special in studio guest.
What's up?
Assistant number 2 is here, and she is going to be hanging out with me and playing the music. How are you doing?
I'm great.
You're great? Yeah? What are you up to?
Standing.
You're standing. We're going to have to get you a chair then. All right. So everything's all good?
Yeah.
All right. We had a fun time. When was it? Yesterday.
Yeah.
Over our Video Game Music Show's pizza party that we do about every other month. Yeah, pizza. And that was over... what's the pizza place with? Gina's. That's right.
Gina's Pizza and Chicken.
Is Gina's Pizza and Chicken where we recited to, and it was a very good place.
Yeah.
First time there.
The pizza tastes amazing, though.
Yeah, pizza's good.
I won over 1,000 tickets.
And assistant number 2 won 1,000 tickets. 1,000 tickets on the redemption machine.
It was exactly 1,000 tickets and tickets.
And a lot of tickets. So.
Something.
Yeah. So you basically took all those tickets back home with us, right?
The prices weren't worth it.
Okay, all right. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to trade those in for, I don't know, maybe free slices of pizza. But anyways, we had a great time at Gina's Pizza over there with the Video Game Music Show listener crew, and that's always fun. But we're going to get to the music, and here is something called Love That's Gone. This is by request, I believe, by Kentucky Fried Monkey Eggs. Nice. So here we go.
right. On the weird night. Doing it right. On the weird night. Doing it right. On the weird night. Doing it right. On the weird night. I'm doing it right.
We'll return after these messages.
If you think you've played in-your-face basketball before, wait until you shoot some hoops from Jalico. You'll run and gun, jam and slam in the fastest schoolyard game in town. Here's action so real, you'll see it come to life right before your eyes. Hoops, and for exciting baseball, swing for the fences with bases loaded, both for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Live action that never ends.
The Integrated Development Initiative is a Pomona-based environmental justice organization that works with businesses and institutions, including the Claremont colleges, to redistribute leftovers and minimize food waste. Through their community composting and gardening program, they transport compost to local farmers within the Inland Empire, instead of trucking it to large-scale compost lots in the desert.
These compost lots are often sited near residential areas, presenting a health hazard, and serve as a major source of harmful methane emissions. The Integrative Development Initiative also operates the Food Cycle Collective, a volunteer-supported resource distribution program for people living on the streets. Distribution trips take place on Sunday afternoons every week. To learn more about their programs or to get involved, visit www.gettoknowidi.org.
The terrorists have the prisoners. You're going in and hitting hard. Operation Wolf. You played it in the arcade. Now play it on your Nintendo Entertainment System. Fight your way past armored cars, gunboats, and a ruthless enemy. Grab extra ammo and power drinks because you're going to need all the firepower you can get. Operation Wolf. Only from Tyco. The only game in town. Available where your favorite video games are sold.
Hi, my name is Evie. When I want to listen to good music, I turn on KSPC Claremont.
That totally wasn't me.
That totally was you.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, totally
No.
was you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Negative.
Negative? I think it was
Negative.
positive.
I disagree.
Okay, well, I'll agree to disagree or something like that.
Whatever.
Whatever. All right, let's review what we were listening to, okay?
All right.
All right. So we just heard brand new Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Brand new.
Yeah, and this was overworld theme. This is by request from Shadow Artist of the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. Good request.
Shout out to you, Shadow.
Yeah. And then 8-Bit Crystal Mountain. Before that was 8-Bit Crystal Mountain with Death. Yeah, and that was also by request. Before that, we heard from NBA 2K22, and that was Weird Part of the Night. I don't know. That could be a lot of things.
Ha.
And that was by request from Kentucky Fried Monkey Eggs.
Thank you, Kentucky Fried Monkey Eggs.
Yeah, you know what? You should also thank her, too, for helping you wrap up all those winnings you did at our video game music show's pizza party last night.
Yeah.
The 1,000 tickets you won. Plus, you did win more. It wasn't just 1,000. You kept playing. And you were getting 50 tickets more here. 20 more over there. It was unbelievable.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that? Okay.
I'm just kidding.
So, yeah, Fried Monkey Eggs helped out getting that together. So did Joyce. So, it's good times. And then starting out the show, you heard from Rocksmith 2014 with Love That's Gone. And that's also by request from Fried Monkey Eggs. So, good times.
Good time.
And you were listening to the Video Game Music Show here on KSPC at 88.7 FM. I am DJ SysOp, and right next to me is...
Assistant number 2.
That's right. She is Evelette, and she's hanging out with me, playing the music. And we want to give shout-outs, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the Spinitron chat room is open. If you go to kspc.org, click on Last Played in the upper right-hand corner of the website, and then click Join Chat in the chat box. So in the chat room, we see... Who do we see?
There's 13 users. There is Pikachu. There's
All right.
Mochi.
Talking to the mic.
There's Mochi. There's Fried Monkey Eggs. There is... I can't see this. There's Shadow Dragon. There's Indru.
Indu 72.
Yeah.
And then...
There's Beppo.
Yep. And then
Rinda.
there's Rinda. That was she helped you with the tickets.
Thank you.
And then this one
Is 0G07.
it's OG07
Yeah.
because he's been listening to the show since 2007.
That's a long time.
That is a long time. And who else? And then who's this?
Zoot.
That's Zoot.
Zoot.
And then we have
Mochi.
and then Mochi. And I think that's it. I think we got everyone. Oh, here. Who's
Green
this?
Knight.
Green Knight. So I think we got everyone now. So
There's
well,
13 users.
yeah, welcome everyone in the Spinningtron chat room. And again, go to kspc.org. Click on Last Played in the upper right-hand corner of the website. And then click Join Chat in the chat box. So more people. And then Pikachu, of course, is doing quizzes in the chat room as well. So that's always fun. Alrighty then. We are going to go do our first retro block of the night.
Nice.
Nice. And this is going to be a Nintendo Game Boy game.
I love Nintendo.
Me too. And I don't think we played this on the air before, so
Ooh, new.
well, it's
For
old.
once.
Yeah, it's new to the show, but it's a very old game.
Still.
Yeah,
For once, something new on this.
that's right. And we're gonna listen to Jurassic Park Part 2.
Ooh.
The Chaos Continues.
Nice.
Nice. So we're gonna listen to several tracks from this game, and it's gonna be good. Okay.
Metal.
Metal. All right. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
We'll return after these messages.
If you had an Odyssey 2 video game, you could be playing this game instead of just watching it. There are over 30 Odyssey games to choose from and no keyboard add-ons to buy with Odyssey's complete computer keyboard. Odyssey 2, another bright idea from Magnavox. Experience Las Vegas Odyssey style at Polk Brothers.
Trying to figure out what song, album, or artist the KSPC DJ played on their show? Well, you're not alone. Head on over to kspc.org, click on the playlist icon in the middle of the screen, and scroll through all the most recent playlists. You can even find playlists from years past. Have fun and enjoy scrolling. KSPC Claremont, 88.7 FM radio.
Morning, kids. It's a Pac-Man day with my crispy corn cereal coming your way.
With marshmallows.
Delicious. I'm Pinky.
I'm Blinky.
I'm Pinky.
I'm Clyde. With the marshmallows you'll find inside.
There goes a Peppa. And Pinky too.
He's Marshmallow. You can chomp him too. Part of this nutritious breakfast.
With marshmallows. Delicious. Hi, my name's Alani. You're listening to KSPC Claremont.
Are you okay?
No, I was like hustling to get ready.
All right. Yeah, that track kind of ended abruptly.
Yeah.
It caught me off guard. All right. Let me tell you what we were listening to. We heard from Pokemon Trading Card Game.
Ooh, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I hear you, Pikachu.
And that was by request from Vizo off the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. Before that, we heard from Pokemon TCG with Club Master Battle. That's also by request from Vizo. Before that, we heard from 8-Bit Tron and Legacy Music, done by 8-Bit Weapon. And that was Sark's Revenge Mix. That was by request from Shadow Artists. And then starting off the set, we heard our Jurassic Park Part 2 retro block of the Nintendo Game Boy.
Nice.
All right, I need you to read this for me.
Of course.
All right, into the mic.
Get it closer. KSPC is proud to support our community by bringing you a message and announcements from our local organizations and events. We are always looking to add ones to our rotation, so if you have a message you think the community should hear on air, please tell us about it at cm@kspc.org. We look forward to hearing from you.
Yes, we do. All right, well done, assistant number 2.
Nice.
You are listening to the Video Game Music Show here on KSPC at 88.7 FM. You can listen to the live webcast streaming at kspc.org. And again, I want to invite everyone to join the KSPC Spinningtron chat room. Just go to kspc.org. Click on Last Played in the upper right-hand corner of the website, and then click Join Chat in the chat box. So I think we got a couple new people that came in since the last time we announced it.
2 people.
Let's see, who's this? Just the first name.
I can't read it.
You can't say that's Andreas.
Okay.
All right, so he's in there. I think someone else came in too, so.
Microphone's in the way.
Sorry. Yeah, my microphone's in the way.
It's fine.
So, assistant number 2 is here hanging out, and we're having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're talking about our pizza party we had last night. That was good times, for sure. I think that was probably one of our best ones that we've done.
That was pretty amazingly fun.
Yes, OG07 in the chat room says, good job, A2.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so we're going to continue with the music, and we're going to do our next retro block, okay?
Nice.
Nice. And it's going to be another Nintendo Game Boy game.
Ugh, I love Nintendo.
Yeah. And we're going to listen to several tracks from this game called Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds.
Nice.
Okay, so let's listen to several tracks from this game, and here we go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
88.7 KSPC Claremont. It's my favorite.
return after these messages.
The heads of 4 leading computer game companies are selecting the best feature of the Atari XE game system. The system with the power to play computer games. Gentlemen, your decision?
Computer animation.
One at a time, please.
Loadrunner has 150 levels. High-tech animation is the story on the XE.
Sound effects are a must for summer games. The XE practically sings.
Flight Simulator needs computer power. Only the XE has it.
But look at the great graphics on Hardball.
So what's a great game system for playing your computer games?
The Atari XE.
They agree.
Child's Play tries to alleviate the boredom of children in hospitals by providing them with video games and other toys. They work with over 140 hospitals and use financial donations to buy new video game consoles and toys. They also provide wish lists from the kids at specific hospitals, allowing donors to send specific toys directly. To get involved, donate, or learn more, visit www.childsplaycharity.org.
Not every great movie or great arcade game makes a great home video game. That's why when Mattel Electronics turned Tron into Tron Home Video Games, we made sure the excitement of Tron gameplay found its way into your home. You'll know it the moment you square off against a recognizer, if you last that long. 4 great Tron games, 2 for Intellivision, 2 for Atari 2600. From Mattel Electronics, games as good as we say they are, maybe better.
KSPC Claremont.
All right, we're back. All right, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. All right. Let's see. You know what? If everyone wants to see the playlist, it's easier. Just go to kspc.org and click on Last Played. Someone knocking at the door?
I don't know.
Click on Last Played and you'll see tonight's playlist, and it's all right there. So it just makes it easier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're moving right along. We're playing the music. It's all good times. And assistant number 2 is here with me.
Yeah, I am.
Playing the music. And making sure I'm doing everything right.
You better be.
I better be, or else.
Or else I'll bite you again.
And so we're plugging away here, and so we're continuing with the music here on KSPC, all right?
Yeah.
And so, do you have anything to read right now? I don't think so. No. So I think we're just going to get back to the music. Let's see. I don't even have a retro block set up. So we're going to continue with the requests, and let's listen to this one. I think it's gonna be good, so here we go.
Yay!
Welcome to the Lucky 38. Glad you could make the trip. The crowning jewel in the oasis of the Vegas Strip. I'm Robert Edwin House, the founder of this place of rest, a haven for the wayward, that's to say, if you can pay the rent. Understand that if you try to stop my plans, you'll come to harm. I ensure that every bandit standing here has just one arm. I eschewed the grandeur, built a land for all that's free from smarm. But show your hand, I'll flush you out straight down to the farm. You blunder in and wonder if a bunch of chips can run the strip. 100 twits with guns and clips have tried their luck and lost the bet. I funded it, I'm one with it, so watch your lip or run the risk. Cause if you're here to plunder it, you might just end up under it. You can hit them, you can fold them, stack the deck and weight the dice. All that glitters isn't golden. Cash that check, you'll pay the price. Might be safer in the desert, only dust to judge your sins. But those who wager aren't so clever, cause in heaven, well, the house always wins. Place your bets, but the house always wins. House always wins. House always wins. Place your bets, but the... Want to see the prophets of democracy? Then go and see them. Across the street, a bunch of freaks are playing Coliseum. Honestly, was the world you wanted what you got to see when you were dropping crosses into boxes behind polling screens? Was dropping bombs your chosen option? Did you vote for screams? Was the apocalypse your politician's policy? Did you put stock in their preposturing and prophecy? A shining future built on squabble-free equality? That every day you'd get your plate of steak and collard greens. The human race was capable of anything but want and greed. But now that world is gone and what lived on belonged to me. That freedom you so wanted's now the cost of living comfortably. Peace is just a product with a focused test of billions. And the test was unsuccessful, so we altered its description.
Your safety now provided by the guys at Robco Services.
For one ongoing price of your unwavering subservience. Impressed, I raised the stakes, returned this land to vibrance. Witness as I raise estates from modern random violence. Business is the way to stay the bloody hand of tyrants. Convinced yet, sail and ask my buddy, Andrew Ryan. A grip of iron never tires. Head of ire, lead and wires. Neon veins and ancient spires. Pump the caps and I respire. The economy is ash, I didn't light the fire. But I can always turn a profit sweeping up the pie. You can hit them, you can fold them. Stack the deck and weight the dice. All that glitters isn't golden. Cash that check, you'll pay the price. Might be safer in the desert, only dust to judge your sins. But those who wager aren't so clever, cause in heaven, well, the house always wins. House always wins. House always wins. House always wins. I saw the path, I preempted those ascending arms. My gilded heart beats forever on to mend the scars. I built an ark out of empty spas and trendy bars. Mended the families, befriended with the NCR. I raised the wasteland from a band of little fight clubs. I handle situations delicately, white gloves. I'm the chairman of the board, taxing on your survival. Out to murder competition, then sit back and hike the price up. Oh no, a society trapped in a snow globe. No surprises, the raptor's a no-show. Undeniably tragic is no hope. The Mojave is savage with no home. Until I get to manage the whole show. To the glitz and the glamour and show boats. Till the patch of a man for my folio. Unofficially branded it rock. With just a pair of dice, I came and tamed these earthly wastes. I built a paradise, you might as well desert your faith. Long ago when we aimed Armageddon at those pearly gates, I used that molten gold to rebuild heaven at the 38. You can hit them, you can fold them. Stack the deck and weight the dice. All that glitters isn't golden. Cash that check, you'll pay the price. Might be safer in the desert, only dust to judge your sins. But those who wager aren't so clever, cause in heaven, well, the house always wins. House always wins. House always wins. House always wins. Always wins. Always wins. House always wins.
Thanks to my amazing patrons, and thanks to all of you for sticking around whilst it's been a little bit quiet around here lately. I've been working on some really big, exciting things, but none of them are quite ready yet. So please enjoy this remaster of one of my favourite Stupendium classics in the meantime. And speaking of classics,
All right.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
All right, we're back, and let me tell you what we were listening to. We just heard from Fallout New Vegas Rap, and the name of the track is called The House Always Wins 2023.
Always wins.
It always wins.
Always wins.
Now, it was by request from Beppo off the Facebook page. Before that, we heard from Donkey Kong Country 2 with Jib Jig, and that was also by request.
Nice.
And then before that, we heard from a metal remix of Metroid. The name of the track was Escape, and that was by request from Marty off the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. Before that, we heard from Metal Gear Solid 1, and that was Encounter Metal Remix, and that was also by request from Marty. And then I think that's it. I think that's as far as we got. All right, you are listening to the Video Game Music Show here on KSPC at 88.7 FM. You can listen to the live webcast streaming at kspc.org. And right next to me is assistant number 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
An assistant is going to do assistant things and read a PSA to you.
All right. Priceless Pet Rescue is an organization from Chino Hills with a second location in Claremont that focuses on rescuing and placing animals in their forever homes. They are a no-kill, non-profit organization that relies on help from volunteers, donors, and fosters. The orphanage is located at 665 E Foothill Boulevard, Claremont, California, on the corner of Foothill and Claremont Boulevard. For more information, please visit pricelesspetsrescue.org or call 909-203-3695. Again, 909-203-3695.
Well done, assistant number 2. Thank you for that. All right. So we are going to continue with the music with more requests. And we're going to continue with this one called Tenchu 3. The name of the track is called Fate. So let's listen to this. And it's going to be good.
Yeah, good time.
All right, assistant number 2. So here we go. Alrighty then. Well, that's it for me. Another fun-filled edition of the Video Game Music Show has came and went. Thanks for all the calls and thanks for all the requests. I do appreciate it. And thanks to Assistant Number 2 for keeping me in check and helping me out here in the KSPC studios. That's always awesome. Don't forget, you can email me. My email address is thevideogamemusicshow@gmail.com. It's all one word. You can look me up on Instagram. I am at DJ SysOp. You can look me up on Facebook. Just do a search for the Video Game Music Show. There's a link there to join the Video Game Music Show's Discord channel. And there's links to all the socials that I've just mentioned right now. If you just go to kspc.org, click on the show name, and there's links there to everything I just mentioned, as I mentioned. And then this show will rebroadcast tomorrow morning. That's Monday mornings from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. And if you're not up that early, you can listen to the show at any time. And just by going to kspc.org and going to the Spinningtron Arc Player. And the show will be up for the next 2 weeks. And that goes for all the shows here on KSPC. And that's always good times. And I want to thank everyone that was in the Spinningtron chat room. And for our big pizza party that we did last night. And that was a lot of fun. And so I look forward to doing those and doing the next pizza party, which I don't know when. Hopefully pretty soon. So and that's it. Once again, thanks for listening to the Video Game Music Show. Tune in every Sunday at 5 p.m. for the Video Game Music Show right here on KSPC.
Radio Realness.
Radio Realness is up next. I'm DJ SysOp signing off.
Till next time, everybody, do the Mario! Do the Mario! Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario all together now. You got it! It's the Mario! Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario all together now. Come on now, just like that. Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario all together now. You got it! It's the Mario! Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario all together now. Come on now, just like that.